Are at Aligning the Divided Heart. And my name is Desda Zuckerman. Welcome to my YouTube channel and my live stream, The World of Sacred Anatomy. For more than 50 years, I've been studying and mapping the human energy structure that surrounds and incorporates the physical body. You can read all about it in my book, Your Sacred Anatomy, An Owner's Guide to the Human Energy Structure, which is available on Amazon. Over time, a subtle healing modality evolved out of study and exploration of our collaborative, subtle physical connection. Sacred Anatomy Energy Medicine, which is what we will do today, comes out of this deep investigation of the subtle human body. One of the most fascinating things that I've learned in my lifetime of study is that the subtle human heart, sometimes called the heart chakra, has two distinct sides. One is what I call the light heart. And we think of lighthearted, joyous experiences. But the other is called the dark heart. And anyone who's had their heart broken knows that the separation of the heart is tangible. We can feel it. We can also feel the anger, the hatred, and fear that we hold when we have been wronged, betrayed, or wounded. Over time, we become numb to feeling the pain, the hurt, the betrayal, but it's still there. And it doesn't really disappear when we stop thinking about it or feeling the immediacy of the pain. It sort of goes to sleep within us. The heart chakra and the physical heart are essentially adjoining rooms in the same house. And together, they create the heart center. Both radiate energy out into the world, a universal strength displayed for all to see. Every one of us sending out the best of who we are, the lighthearted, joyous nature, as well as that passionate shadow self that feels so strongly. So both sides of our heart contain this passionate character, and both sides of our heart are equally important and equally powerful. They're enclosed inside the heart center, which is located in the upper chest. So it's a little bit above your sternum and up a little bit, nearer to the thymus. Usually we think of the heart chakra as being down by the base of the sternum, but it's actually the heart center itself, which combines both physical and subtle heart, up a little higher. The dark heart and the light heart function together to make a whole. So if you place your hands on this center here, you can begin to feel sort of a peace. It's almost as if by just feeling it, your dark and your light heart, the physical and the subtle heart, all come together as one healthy heart center. So take a deep breath with your hands right here. And let your heart slow down. Let the beating of your heart become less frantic. Let it slow and slow. Breathe in again. Consciously bringing your heart to a slower tempo. Now the dark heart and the light heart function together to make a whole. The dark heart, the shadow, is like the dark of the moon, the inky sky, the cold northern wind that brings the starless blackness, the vast and lonely universe. The vault of hurts and angers, the hidden treasure of betrayal, secrets, lies, unrequited love, abandonment, and unrecognized as a whole being. So the dark heart is always sort of a partial, and the light heart is the bright, shining light, the morning sun rising in the eastern sky, the secrets and heat of love laid bare. No hidden issues here, naked and blooming in the meadow. Awakening the bees and the birds with its ripe scent to inspire the careful pollination of each flowering idea within us. Brightness filling the lightened heart with caring, concern, compassion, and desire wrapped in the cellophane of impossible sweetness. But still, that part of our heart, for all its bigness and kind of sloppy overflow, that part of our heart is only part of who we are. It's only part of the heart. So there's a thin line, a very thin line between love and hate. It's not male or female. It's not good or bad. It's not opened or closed. And the dark heart and the light heart are not activated or pushed into action particularly. No, instead, the human heart center is a collaborative, cooperative, and connected place. But how we think about the heart, it's either one or the other. How we think about the heart and how we live the heart it's all about love. Love conquers all. Love is the answer. Love is all you need. And that's what we think the heart is. But just like you and I are collaborating today in healing and shifting pain, and the human heart center is working together all the time to hold the powerful energies of love and hate, compassion, and condemnation. So all of those passionate energies survive in the heart. Have you ever had an experience of being very in love with someone and then hating them, just hating their behavior or their actions or something about them? The clothes they wear, the way they talk, how they chew their food. We do that. We love somebody passionately and then we just hate stuff about them. So let's introduce the sacred anatomy field, because I'd like to get started on this healing work, because you and I deserve to have one whole functioning, effective heart center that is no longer divided, but is united in its journey forward. So establishing a healing field in sacred anatomy energy medicine, we always start by consciously connecting to the sacred anatomy field, which is a really big field. There's a whole bunch of us doing this work and lots of us receiving this work, and all of the people that are connected into the awareness of a sacred anatomy know that they're more than they originally thought they were, that they're bigger and more powerful. And that field of awareness also includes the sacred anatomy angels. And these angels are the guides of this work. They're the guardians of this work. They're the spiritual emissaries of this work. And they help us to expand our capacity to include other like-minded and spirited souls and attune to the best in each one of us. So as we open the sacred anatomy field, it's as if we are opening huge doors onto an enormous meadow. And this field allows all of us to be in connection, not just with the sacred anatomy angels who hold the field, but we can link with the powerful energy that we all share as a healing consequence of connection. And how does that relate to the heart? How does that connect to the heart? When you feel supported, when you feel seen, your heart expands. And the dark heart starts to quiver because it too wants to be recognized. And so it starts to quiver, and you kind of have this little fight going on inside your heart. The good against the bad, good against evil, the dark against the light, all this stuff. We make the drama, don't we? We make such a drama out of it. It's entertaining, and it'll keep us from really working at that which is most important, which is serving and sharing that love that we have for each other, and the dislike, the hatred we have for not connecting, for not being together, for not loving each other. So let us set our collective intention now with a really big breath into the good of all beings. So we can just breathe right into the good of all beings. And we ask that each of us be allowed to align our beautiful own divided heart as we step up into a more unified consciousness, into a more awakened place. We're unifying the dark and the light heart. So just breathe in and allow yourself to be just a little bigger. Step into this greater capacity. Let's do that first by embodying our presence, which is our spirit. So I want you to reach up above your head and call your spirit into your hands, because most of us we don't have our spirits in our bodies. Our spirits are floating around up here. So just say, beloved spirit, come to me, come to my hands. And as your spirit descends into your hands, say, beloved spirit, I'm so grateful for everything you do. Thank you so much for always being here for me. And I invite you, my presence, my spirit, my essence, to come into my body now, to come into my head and breathe in and encourage that beautiful presence, that beautiful essence, your own golden spirit to come into your head and expand, awaken, open, enlighten, lift up, and be awake to your own potential as you do. And now, beloved spirit, beloved presence, please come into my throat. Feel it coming down. And now, beloved presence, please come to my heart. Feel it entering my heart and put my hands on my heart. I love to be present. I love my spirit. I love my essence. And as you breathe in, bring your spirit down through your solar plexus and into your pelvis, and feel it opening up in your pelvic bowl. This is your offering bowl. This is where you bring the possibility of who you are into the world. And as we are aligning the divided heart today, you're going to be able to bring a bigger kind of love to the world, a more passionate version of who and what you are. So as we anchor, let's wiggle our fingers and toes. Take a deep breath and bring all of our awareness and presence into ourselves. So as you feel your spirit come to life in your hands, now place your hands with your spirit in them on your heart center. Take a nice deep breath as you sense into the warmth and the bigness of the space between your hands. And feel that heart there beneath them. That heart that includes the physical heart and the subtle heart, the spiritual heart. Now take a moment and feel into the love that you hold for someone who is very precious to you, someone that you love unconditionally, perhaps a child or even a pet. They can be living, they can be dead. It really doesn't matter. It can be a spouse or a friend. So breathe in with your eyes closed and visualize their face. See their face before you. Now feel your hands reaching out to touch them, holding their hand, taking it in yours. Now look into their eyes and tell them in your mind, in the heart, how much you love them. And say it out loud if you like. Now breathe as you feel that love expanding and filling your entire chest cavity with the radiant light of your heart. Feel that love going to the left and the right shoulder, down all the way the front of your body down to about your waist, and then deep into your body, into your lungs and your heart, into the back, along the spine. Take a big breath. Feel that whole part of your chest cavity just filled with the radiant light of your heart. Now take your hands again and touch that bright light heart, because it's right there. It's right there. Can you feel the dark heart underneath the light? Can you feel that part of yourself where the betrayal and the pain is, the sorrow, the grief? Can you feel that dark heart? See if you can energetically reach to it with your light fingers. Just stick your light fingers in and reach to that dark heart. And just say hi. Hi. Maybe you've never talked to her before or him before. And it probably misses you and wonders where you are. So just go ahead and say hello. Hello. Hello, shadow heart. Hello, dark heart. It's awfully nice to see you and meet you here. Thank you so much for being here with me. Now, between your dark heart and your light heart, there's an interesting thing. There's like a hidden fissure, a cavern, a deep and mysterious canyon. And you usually don't go there. You don't go to this place. So with your hands on your heart again, travel into your chest. Go way inside your chest, into the land of your chest, where there are two islands of the dark heart and the light heart, and the fissure at the center. So stand at the fissure and look deep into it. Look deep in and see how long and how big it is. That's the divide that separates these two parts of you that are both legitimate parts of who you are. Now call upon the energy, the universal source energy of universal love and light. And this energy is available for us all. It's gold and white with silver sparkles throughout it all. It comes from the mind and the heart of the divine source. So together, let's you and I ask this beautiful source light to come in and fill the canyon between the two sides of the heart completely with its beautiful golden white and silver sprinkled heart light. I call upon universal love and light to fill the canyon in my heart, to fill the fissure between the dark and the light heart. This is the divide. This is the divide between the light and the dark. And right now, it's filling up with pure divine light. So in this moment, you and I are standing on the lighthearted side of the divide because it's the one we know the best and the one we strive for the most. Sometimes we actually know the shadow heart better, but we strive for the moments of love and joy and peace and understanding. And that's what's living on this joyous side, on the light-hearted side. So stand there in the country of your chest and look deep into the light. Take a great big deep breath. And as it continues to fill with divine light, know and see that the light is so firm now that you could actually walk across the fissure. It's a giant canyon, and you could walk across it because it's so filled with this powerful, strong light that's beginning to congeal and form a bridge. So begin to walk across it and notice everything that's there. Everything you see or sense or think or imagine. Look around and see what the canyon has to offer you, what the fissure has to show you. As you get to the other side, step into the shadow or the dark-hearted side. Now there you can find something kind of magical. You can look down, and at your feet there will be dark-colored ropes or long dark cords. So whatever you see, whatever kind of cord or rope or string, pick it up in your hands and turn around and walk back over to the other side. Go all the way across the fissure, across the light, walking right across the light bridge, and go to the other side of the canyon. And as you step across and onto the lighthearted side, you're still carrying these dark cords, these dark ropes. So look down at your feet and you'll find right there the light cord or the light rope. So pick it up. And now in one hand, you're holding the dark, and in the other hand, you're holding the light. So weave these two together. Weave the love and the passionate hatred. Weave compassion and condemnation. Weave all of the things that the heart knows together because you want the full heart. You want to be full-hearted. And weaving those ropes together, you create this really strong cord. And now you're going to throw the ends of the ropes back into the center of the light bridge. And the cords magically start to weave together and begin to mend the fissure. So they're actually stitching the fissure closed. And as they move in both directions, stitching the fissure closed, you realize that the two sides of your heart are coming together. Use your energy now. Take a deep breath and pull both sides of your heart together. Have them meet. Don't analyze. Don't try to figure it out. Don't assign meaning to anything. Simply see it coming together and sealing the fissure all the way across every part of it. And even if there's one little part that doesn't seal, bring the weavings to it and let the whole thing weave like you're mending a blanket. And now we're going to bring in more universal love and light, and we're going to cover up this scar, because now it's no longer a canyon. It's no longer a divide. It's a seam in your heart. And one of the things that happens at seams is they bend. They're flexible. So not only will you be full-hearted, but you'll have a more flexible heart. So you'll have room to love more people, more beings, more animals, more nature, more causes that touch your heart. And it's extremely important that you also allow yourself to love yourself, love all of yourself, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly. Love all the parts of yourself, the parts of yourself that don't tell the truth sometimes, the parts of yourself that always know the right way to go. All of those parts, bringing them all together. We bring in universal love and light and surround the entire subtle structure of each person listening to this live stream. And as we do this, the structure is healed and soothed, because universal love and light is the balm of the universe. And now, if you have a favorite remedy or light that you like, color or a sensate feeling, bring it to yourself, placing your hands on your heart, on your high heart. Feel the elegant connection that you have within yourself as we have aligned these two parts of you together, brought them together in peace and unity. Let's allow all of the input, all the people who've ever loved you, telling you in this moment, not just how much they love you, but how much they care about you having access to all the parts of who you are. And now let's bring in the rose red light of love and fill our subtle structures out 20 feet in all directions with the beautiful rose red light of love, the color of the most beautiful red roses and the red in the sky in the sunset. Rose red light of love. Powerful, strong, lifting you up, making you feel more and more and more available. And let's now bring in integration so that you can integrate these feelings and these lights and this experience into your life completely. I call upon integration to come now, to anchor into you, to be steady and solid, to help you in this moment to accept the possibility that you are indeed whole. And now bringing blending, which blends the parts of you that's changed and the parts of you that haven't together so that you're one holistic energetic. Take a deep breath and allow this energy to fill you. And now as you breathe in, Accept just the possibility that your heart is aligned, that the dark and the light have come to a peaceful solution. Take a deep breath. And in allowing the truth of this moment, let yourself feel love and the distasteful feeling of hate at the same moment. You can feel both of these things at once. They don't cancel each other out. They actually make each other bigger. When we understand both sides of the coin, then we understand money, don't we? So this is understanding both sides of that internal dynamic called love. It also has the component of dislike and hate. And when we take away the charge on the word hate, we take it away, we say it's just a word, we begin to have an experience of wholeness. So take another deep breath. Stand tall in the world as you do. Breathing in. Let yourself experience the full height, the full measure of who you are as you stand up strong and tall. And now breathing into your heart, your big, juicy heart. Feel the love of all creation for you, because all creation includes all things. And now you are reflecting that much more clearly. I call upon the grandmothers and grandfathers of the East and the West. I ask them to come present to balance you completely. I call upon the grandmothers and grandfathers of the North and the South, and I ask them to come present right now to anchor and stabilize you absolutely, surrounding you with the green light of stabilization, the Kelly green of Ireland, that beautiful, beautiful color that says nothing but growth. And now more integration and blending. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being with me. Thank you for your open and willing mind and your open heart. Thank you for being open to the ideas that I've shared with you. And I know that that openness will serve you well, blessing every single day of your life. Peace and love may reside in your heart forever.